Hey guys, and welcome to Knights of Pen and Paper 2 Here Be Dragons expansion. So, if you don't know what Knights of Pen and Paper is, Knights of Pen and Paper is a series where you play role players playing Dungeons and Dragons. So you're not directly playing the game, you're playing the characters who are playing the game. And so much so that there's the game room that you play in gives you bonuses, and you can adjust and change the room to kind of give you the best bonuses that you want. So your table incurs bonuses. You can buy arcade machines, sofas, sports games, rugs, all kinds of things that affect how your game will play out. So much so that there's even alternative magazines that have been released since the game came out that also incur bonuses with additional items, new players, and character classes. So there's a lot to see and do. So, a lot of fun. And they're still adding stuff to this day, so more stuff for you to do in the game. But let's hop in and see how it plays. I have played a little bit, as you see I have a little bit of gold. But just to kind of make sure it's the same as the previous game. I played the previous game a lot, so I have a little idea how the game works. Once upon a time in the world of Paperos. Yeah, I have my dice ready. I see you imported your old character in my campaign as well. Yeah, this is my level 99 Paper Knight. I played another campaign. Well, we better skip all the noob stuff. Remember that you can always find help in the player's handbook. That's up here. We won't need it because I have an idea how the game works already, but... Enter Terrasek, the most dreadful creature in existence. Its skin deflects even magic missiles. I'm loving this venture already. WTF, me endgame content. You not so in Terrasek now. Be quiet, minion, and change the script. My character has 255 damage for his Terrasek, auto lethal immunity, auto purple strike, and third muscles, permanent haste, proof, life suck, global size, frontal backstab. See, this is the annoying character who just has everything when you play D&D. He can do everything, he succeeds in every one of his roles, and is generally a pain in the butt. Too long didn't read, rah! So Terrasek goes ahead and attacks. And, oh, did I forget to mention the mirror shield that reflected your damage? It's very useful in the current metagame. See, he's just ridiculous. Like, he's insufferable in this, so. Enough, you'll be here with my lawyer soon. Good old Terrasek. Sigh, forgot to equip my lasso of anti-rage quit. There goes my XP. Hey, that's a 2nd edition character. We had to make you a 1st edition character. No, I'll never downgrade to the 1st edition, as he storms out. But I like the 1st edition. Fine, then I'll play with my other friends. So now we get to actually build our party. So the really interesting thing is you get to pick the person who's been playing, his class, his race, and his class. So I have gone through them, but each class is different. I don't want to go through them because it'll take probably like 10 minutes to go through them all. But pretty much, we're going to be playing as a warrior. So you have 2 classes to pick from for your damage dealer. You have the, well, it's kind of damage dealer and tank. You have the warrior, which gets, his main ability is the Riposte ability, which increases your threat and automatic counterattacks with a certain % damage. So the damage is based on your senses roll. So you might say, oh, we'll go with something that has a higher sense roll. However, if you look, threat's very important, so is damage, health, and energy. If we were to pick the rich kid, our damage is about half of what it would be if we pick Jock. Plus, Jock gets big hands, which gives you another energy slot. So that's definitely what we want to go with. Your other choice, though, is the Paladin. The Paladin gets Armor of Faith, which once your health runs out, you get to use your energy as health. However, this is kind of bad in 2 ways. One, you don't get Riposte, which is automatically doing huge amounts of damage, and this only does minimum damage to enemies. While you can't use your energy because you need to use your energy as additional health. So generally the warrior is better. And I think he does more damage as well. No, so far damage is the same, but I think the warrior is better than the paladin if you're going for a damage dealer. So the difference is humans gain an extra skill point, elves gain mana, and dwarves gain damage reduction. So since we're going with a character that needs to be tanky, we're going to take the damage reduction. So our second character, we're going to want someone who can heal. However, I want to show you really cool combinations that you can get. So the cheerleader, when you take a shield action, restore 5 health and 5 energy to the party. Okay? Or if we use the thief, the thief's passages when you are attacked automatically take a shield action, +1 critical. So every time we're attacked, we'll shield automatically and gain 5 health and 5 energy to the party. So that's very powerful, just as a passive. Anytime you get hit by a group thing, you'll heal a little bit. So definitely think that's very powerful. And then I think, oh no, it's the hunter who has an amazing ability to give status effects. Randomly inflict burn, poison, or wound. And then the durations can be increased. So I don't find its abilities are as good really, but that's just super good as a combination. So, but anyway, we're going to build our cleric, and the cleric just kind of needs a balance of stats. Mind could help because it gives extra energy, but I really find it's great to have the witch kid. You get 10% more gold, so the cleric is a character who's mostly going to be healing, so doesn't need the other stats as much. So we're going to get additional energy, because if we go with a human, we have 15 energy, or if we go with a elf, we have 33 energy. So they also change stats a little bit, so there are differences in the stats. So that is the reason why we're not getting as much energy, because if we go with human, we get extra energy, and dwarfs a little less so. But this is definitely the character we want to build, so we're going to pick the elf rich kid. And we can start on our quest. Hold on to your dice. Roll. There's a flash of light, and your character finds himself in a small village. This is exciting. The village elder greets you. Welcome to Spawn Point Village, the market leader in the adventure generation business. I'm glad to see that you got here in one piece. There's something wrong with Summon Circle lately. One young man came out horribly disfigured. He disappeared into the woods and has not been seen since. What's she talking about? For some reason the summonings fails every 3rd time, sometimes even more than that. You mean we could have appeared here without arms? Or a head? Ha! You are adventurers, right? Before you recover from your stomach sickness, you are attacked. Paper gangster. My, look what I found, some newcomers. Should we teach my lesson like a tutorial? Yikes, tutorial. So the tutorial's actually pretty boring, so we're just going to skip the new stuff. So you're a pro. I guess I'll just reward you for avoiding the battle. So if you do it or you don't do it, you get a little bit of gold and you get the experience. So if there's no point in actually doing the battle if you already know what you're doing. So starting out, you have 2 options. You can rest, you can look for quests, or you can fight. But we definitely want to look for quests. This is pretty hilarious and shows the humor in this game. We're going to accept the quest, Giant Rat Population. The paper Night Gang is trying to form the world of paperos by strange magic we do not understand. They are plunging the world into chaos. Ooh, that's bad, or is it? Stop them before they go too long, and we'll gain the everlasting graduate of paperos. That's nice. And a huge pile of gold. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's find the bad guys. Before you go, can you do us a little favor? Giant rat population is our finest attraction, but apparent night gangs at the village full of rat traps. So you thought you were going to be taking care of the giant rat population. You're going to be actually taking care of rat traps so we can build up that giant rat population. Save our precious rats. Save us from going bankrupt. In this fight, there's a new escape button on the count menu, blah blah blah. We don't actually need to know that. I'm not going to run to rat traps. Remember that you can find music stuff in the player's handbook. Yes. So, the battles in this game are actually very interesting. You can increase the difficulty by adding stuff to the battle. The more you add, the more bonus you get when you defeat them. So we're going to go with the maximum amount of traps. So the number is the initiative order. Characters with higher initiative act earlier. This is also important for the cleric to act early. That's one of the reasons I gave him such high roguishness. So rat traps are very easy to defeat. They do minimal damage, and they should not really much big problem. So characters in the back row are attacked after all adjacent front row characters have been defeated. So putting your mage in the back row, or having an enemy mage in the back row, means you can attack it to defeat the warriors in the front. So we cannot set up our party like that, only enemies can. But so we completed the quest. We got 108 XP, 72 bonus for having a higher quantity, and a special trinket, a purse. And we got a level up. So we can equip this purse to a character, which we may as well for the extra gold bonus. And we want to go with our first ability, Raspaste. Pummel and Power Lunge are just damage abilities, and Cleave attacks all the enemies in a row. So Cleave would be useful here for clearing out rat traps quicker, but we're not looking for quick, we're looking at stuff that's going to help us the most. So also we got Witch Kid. So Radiance would not help us because we don't need to heal. We're mostly just interested in restoration. So let us be able to heal party members. When you start out, you don't get abilities, but you gain abilities very quickly. Again, the maximum rat trap, and we'll just go and keep pummeling them. So now he should have a higher threat than the other characters because he has a higher strength value. So they should be have a higher chance of attacking him. He has a chance then when to attack him to counterattack, and that's the counterattack. So perfect. So now we can easily deal with the remaining rat traps. So we defeated it again, and we get a bonus. And we also found a dagger, which gives additional damage, threat, and critical. So we can equip the dagger because this is our main damage dealer. Also, if you look at it, the dagger increases threat as well. So we want characters to attack. See, 73% of the time they should attack him, but only 27% of the time he should attack him. You can also decrease threat with different items. So we can increase threat, or we can go for stun. I think, although increasing threat would be good, stunning is just in general better because threat, we already have quite a high threat, and if we can stun an enemy, it attacks no one. So this is a damage ability. However, we may as well, it's as other party members, so we may as well get Purge in case we get a random condition, then we can heal it. So we've completed our quest and we can go and turn it in. Ka-ching! Back in business. You should visit our shop and get yourself some adventuring gear. It's the icon with the purse. So we completed the quest, we got some XP and some gold. So the important thing is not to spend all your gold here. You're going to need your gold to travel around the world. So for some of these characters, you're going to want weapons that increase that or don't increase threat based on the characters. You'll also see armor decreases energy, total energy, so also have to take that into account as well. And I believe these take hands, yeah. So this weapon takes 2 hands, but it is probably something we want to pick up, so our cleric actually has a weapon. It has a stun ability, which makes it very powerful. So if you look, the dagger has wound and a higher critical rate, where the hatchet has increased threat. So we want to make sure we have at least a little bit of money, because there is traveling in this game. So if I buy just 2 hatchets, that'll give me enough, that'll increase my threat by quite a bit. And just note that you can also buy consumables as well, which restore health, give you different abilities. So I don't generally use them because you can rest for free, and I have a healer, but if you don't have a healer in your party, you can buy those. But anyway, we want to continue on our travels to the polluted river. Hello heroes, can you help us a bit? Lately, our pristine river has begun to stink horribly, and the famous traveling craftsman is on his way to our village. Everything must be perfect when he arrives. Maybe there's something wrong upriver. I added a travel icon so you can visit the meadows or any other place anytime you want. So to continue to trust, we have to go to the meadows. So traveling is a big part of the game. When you travel, there's a chance that you'll be interrupted in between, and it also costs gold. So we got a roll that was under or above 8, so we traveled successfully. So we have a chance to rest. We do have to roll on rest. We can head back to nap, or we can look for quests. So troglodytes are bathed in the river. The water bubbles, and they seem to having a lot of fun. Hey, stick faces, get out of the water. You're polluting the river. Relax, fellas. Come along. Shall we? Certainly not. Interrupt the troglodyte bubble party. Kill 2 troglodytes in 1 or more battles to continue the quest. So, as we add troglodytes, it will add difficulty. So, and you can see there's different characters. Not sure if we want to fight 5 troglodytes. Well, if we fail, at least you can see what happens when you don't succeed in a fight. So, you generally want to hit the ones with the most initiative first. Ooh, he's actually got stunned. He riposted. So that's perfect. That's how powerful riposte is. Well, I think he probably took about 12 damage, so we can always just heal him. Didn't get stunned this time. So, I don't think we need the pommel strike, but we may as well. Just in case. But so now we shouldn't have to use our energy for the remaining troglodytes, we should just be able to defeat them. So, quite easy defeated that group of 5 troglodytes. So we got a pretty good enemy quantity bonus, and we got a club, which we're not actually going to use, but we can always sell it. So we got level up. So now if you level up abilities you don't have, it shows you what you get. But we're actually going to take cleave, so we can dispatch groups of enemies easier. Now we get radiance. We are going to get radiance because we have 1 in the other ones, and increase them will only increase the amount of healing. Yeah, and that's only 1 target, so may as well get radiance. So that's golden, so we can go back to Spawn Point Village to continue the quest, and we may as well. So it will cost us a little bit of gold to travel there, but not the end of the world. We may as well turn in our quest, and we'll possibly get another quest. Thank you so much. The water is so much cleaner already. Hello, I have traveled many days and am in need of refreshments. Here you are, fresh and pristine river water for our special guest. So we just got some experience and gold. But free experience is free experience. So we can look for another quest. But I think we'll do that in the next episode. So thanks guys for coming out for more Knights of Pen and Paper 2. Thanks guys. Later.